Hello everybody, this is Pally welcoming you to Endless Space 2, which has now come out with its full release. I last took a look at this a few months back while it was still in early access. At the time it only had 4 races, and a number of the game systems have changed a bit since then. Now there are 8 races, so I wanted to get it started with a new game. And, of course, gotta pick one of these new races for it. So, previously, if I remember correctly, it had the Sophons, the Cravers, the Vodiani, and the Lumeris, I want to say. The Sophons are essentially if you're going by the, shall we say, standard fit for a sci-fi race, the Sophons are essentially the science race. They have huge bonuses for science research. That's pretty much their main go-to style. They now each race in this has a very fun background and unique style, not just of like preferred strategy, but also unique quest lines and the like that you run through during the game. So playing each race in the Endless series of games almost always is a very different game than the previous one. So the Sophons are peaceful, they like science. That's largely it, whereas now the Cravers are almost the exact opposite. They are just incredibly brutal, can only fight, they deplete planets as they use them. They pretty much are just a plague on the galaxy and want to destroy everything. You have the United Empire, which is kind of like the normal kind of human militarist empire in a lot of ways. The Horatio, I believe, right, yeah, they are essentially all clones of this one guy. The Horatio are all Horatio. Oop, wrong click. So, that's a really interesting style to me, the idea that this rich guy just decided to make an empire of himself. Kind of messed up. These Riftborn definitely are what I think I'm going to play with. They are from another dimension, and they've been stuck essentially in the Endless universe, and they have time-shifting abilities, which I am really curious about. They can, build singularities and affect time by putting them on a system. I'm really looking forward to having some fun with that. And they have really nice population, too. I believe they don't actually need food. I might be wrong on that, but because I think they're kind of like a machine race in a way. Not quite machines, but I'm sure the quests and stuff in-game, I'm sure will make more sense about it. Then we have the Unfallen here. These guys are kind of tree people, if I remember correctly. They're guardians of peace and harmony. Yeah, they use their ships to expand tendrils to adjacent systems to anchor them. That's fascinating to me. I look forward to trying them out at some point. They just seek peace with the other races. Now, the Vodiani are essentially religious fanatics. They travel the galaxy in giant arc ships that can colonize and move from one system to the next. Which, also, I'm looking forward to playing. Like I said, these guys, like, every race plays significantly differently. And then the Lumeris are kind of the traders, and they can use money to colonize. So, they've all got their own style to them. But like I said, I want to go with the Riftborn. So, we shall be hailing from an alternate dimension orthogonal to the Endless universe. The Riftborn would have happily let out their abstract, timeless existences entirely ignorant of the galactic strife, were it not for a breach that precipitated a disaster of unimaginable proportions. Like a poisoned blade slashed deep into clean flesh, the rift acted as a source of terrible disorder in the Riftborn's pristine geometrical universe. Desperate, unable to halt the disease's advance no matter what they tried, the Riftborn took the last available course of action that might lead to their survival. Together with their strange time-shifting abilities, they stepped into the endless universe. So yeah, we can build singularities, and we also have to build our population. So these guys you definitely want to go heavy on industry with, as a way to speed up growth of your empire. So we're gonna be focused very heavily on that, and let's go for a hard game. Maybe in future ones we'll go differently. Stick to normal. Let's go slow. A slow game. No, let's go normal. I don't really know exactly how long this will last. Ooh, lots of galaxy options here. Oh, that sounds fun. 2 galaxies colliding, hell yes. Well, I'm going for 8 competitors, since they're 8 different empires. I suppose I could hypothetically have copies of at least a few of them and have it still make sense, but who are we missing here? Riftborn, Cravers, Sophons. Oh, 2 Riftborn. We need Vodiani. There we go. Number of constellations. Okay, so stars in endless space are connected a little interestingly. So star constellations are stars that you can hop between using basic normal FTL, whereas different constellations you're not going to see like the little essentially hyperlanes between the stars. So you have to probe for them, and then you have to research different types of FTL to go from one constellation to the next. So I feel like that should be fun. You know what, let's go random. Huge galaxy, random density, few constellations. That should be fun. Let's go for it. Oh, they're advanced settings. Age of the galaxy. Younger galaxy will provide fewer habitable planets. Random. Yeah, let's have some fun with that. Actually, no, let's go normal just to see what the feel is of that. Number of connections, we'll stick medium. Planets are logically placed according to their type. Hottest near the star. Yeah, I'm down with that. No, don't care. How empires are spawned in balance, chaotic, clustered. Let's go balanced, just to see what kind of how that feels. Ease of exploitation in the home system. Let's go normal, yeah. Who knows how it'll turn out. I kind of want to just leave these all at normal, just to get a sense of how they feel. Can always mess with those later on, see how much it changes. Looks good to me. We're just gonna start her up. Every race has its own little intro movie, and if I remember correctly, it also has its own soundtrack for playing the campaign, so each campaign will have different music playing. That, I feel, will give each race a distinct sense. Alright, I'm gonna shut up for this.
Ours was a pristine universe. We knew nothing of your endless, your dust. Until the rift ripped a path between our realities, injecting a blight that spread like poison. Our cosmos of order and balance was shattered forever. Dying, corrupted, and consumed. We had no choice. We are outcasts in the chaos that is your universe, willing to do anything to save our own.
See? I love how imaginative these races are, and oh, how beautiful this is. Alright, let's take a look at our home system, Delphinus. Stars have a strong chance of harboring hot planets. Interesting. Oh, but instead we Cool. We have a range that we can colonize right off the bat. It looks like colonizable. We have... Alright, so... Obviously, system view. I like it a lot. It's pretty. You can see all the planets nicely. Unlike, say, Stellaris, which I've been spending a fair amount of time with lately, you don't have maneuvering within systems. This game doesn't have, essentially, a tactical style like that. But I don't mind that at all. I mind somewhat. I like my flashy space battles as much as anybody, and I like being able to control them, but the endless space games do not have direct control in tactical battles any more than anything else does. What you do instead is set a card, essentially, at the beginning of the battle that is a tactic that you know, that you've found, that you've researched, so on. We'll get more to that as we actually get into a fight. But, yeah, this is a pretty... very functional screen with a lot of info on it. Like, the tooltips do a pretty good job of giving you the basics. So, like, these numbers represent how much manpower the system has and how many defensive units it'll have when it gets attacked. So, we've got the 40 infantry there. Now we've got the production... Okay, yeah, we're definitely using food. That's good to know. Good to know. Alright, system industry. Fair amount. Dust, science. So dust is essentially money. It plays more of a role in the lore of the endless games, but... Oh, and we started with some Hyperium and... Titanium, but we need the xenolinguistics technology for that. And it'll get us more industry per person, so we might be going for that quickly. Else, let's take a look at these other planets. So, we've got a toxic planet that is sterile, temperate, and toxic. So, not that hot, it's just toxic. But Molten Springs gives us a whole bunch of industry, or not a whole bunch, but extra industry and dust per person. Lava Planet has one of these anomalies on it. Essentially, it's things that you can search for potential rewards. So when you can either, if you've colonized the system, check this through the normal process of building it, essentially. Or you can use one of your survey ships, which have probes, to launch an expedition. And I think that's what we'll actually do this turn with the survey ship. We'll have him check these out nice and quick, just so we don't have to waste time on the system and system resources on that. So let's check out the Boreal. Aha! And we found another Hyperium deposit. An actually decent one. And let's see what the lava has. Aw, we didn't find anything. That's a shame. So, I'm interested to take a look at our technology tree before we do anything else. I'm curious about... So, yeah, we can colonize snow. So we have xenobiology, we have plasma metallurgy. Gives us the extra industry for people. Now... Alright, so the tech tree is divided into 4 sections, essentially. Empire development, science and exploration, economy and trade, and the military. Now, unless we need to, we're probably not going to hit up the military very quickly. And you also get bonuses as you go through stages of the technology. So you get something... curiosities related once you get stage 1 here. And once you get stage 2, you get the warp drive and nano repair bots support modules. Nice. Eukaryotic sap. Advancing from a basic Riftborn understanding of xenovegetation, this technology introduces cellular manipulation to create robust saps that have a range of application. So... You can go for morale improvement, tundra colonization, and a high field fleet accelerator. Machine bacteria. It's another... Are all of these specifically written for the Riftborn? That's awesome. I'm willing to bet most of them are. Oh, okay, no, not all of them by any stretch, but a good chunk. Now, maybe fewer than I thought. Maybe I just was looking at a lot of Riftborn specific ones. That's okay. So, back to where we were. I wanted to get xenolinguistics so that we could start refining that titanium resource, so that's what we're going to start with. And that should give us the... Oh, we already have Tier 1 and Tier 2, I believe. These are challenges that you unlock as you go through the tech trees as well, so... Creator of Wealth, you get some extra dust if you're the first to produce 100 dust in a single star system. First to have 8 planets colonized, you get a ton of research. Don't know what that one is yet, or the military one, because that's not our focus. Science and industry shall be our focus. Now, what else do we need to take care of? Ah, we have a hero! E! Interesting name. No skill points yet, so we'll take care of him that later. But he's Riftborn Overseer, focuses on system-wide resources and fleet development. And he's an industrialist. Well, let's, hero management. Assign him to the system for now. Confirm. Take him a little time to get there. Now, what else do we want to take care of? Oh, let's read this. Voyagers through time and space.
People have come because a rift in the fabric between the universes threatens their existence. Things look bleak. Hopeless, even. In desperation, the Communion has sent an advance party through the rift into this terrifying galaxy with one goal: saving the Riftborn civilization. You lead the party, and the weight of the survival of your people rests upon your decisions. Go with strength and with hope. Failure is not an option.
Ah, that just shows us. So we start with remnant citizens. That looks like it could use a little bit of a patch right there. That no minor tooltip issue there, but biophobic. We have... Oh, that's interesting. Extra morale from sterile planets. Starts with plasma metallurgy, xenobiology. We start with titanium and hyperium on the home planet. Now, not everyone does, by any stretch, so that's actually a significant bonus for us. That's really huge that we'll be able to start having those right away. Still kind of confused about the lava being colonizable, to be honest, but I'm fine with it. Not going to complain. Alright, so... This one's not rich in dust, but it is rich in industry. Just trying to think, how long would it take? 4 turns? Because I am very tempted to colonize the lava quickly and move our guys over for all the extra industry. Because lava planets are some of the best for industry in this game. It'd slow our science down a bit, but it might be worth it. Oh yes, also we might want to just start creating new Riftborn. So we have 2 Riftborn currently. And who are you? A Remnant. Redeemed assassins who use their intensity and efficiency for making the galaxy a better place. Plus 2 dust unhappy, plus 1 industry. So, okay, it looks like the Remnant will grow naturally on their own. But definitely not the Riftborn. And the Riftborn are significantly better in terms of the population bonuses. They get, what, plus 5 everything but food? Yeah. So, I'm thinking we want more Riftborn, but let's see what else we might want first. Ooh. An interplanetary transport network. +1 per person, but also +3 per person with planets with strategic deposits. We've got that right here, so that'd be a +4 per person on anybody on Vanguard here. And then later on Delphinus. 3. Oh, decisions. Else public-private partnerships. Yeah, that would only be good on Delphinus 2, and that won't be our next one. Fabricate forces. Right, this is how we create more manpower for our military, and you use manpower both for defending and attacking systems, primarily. And our singularities. So, we have a dilation singularity that we could build now, but that definitely looks like something we use offensively rather than defensively. And they cost a lot of dust, 250 dust and 5 Hyperium. Meanwhile, the compression singularity takes 5 titanium and 250 dust, but gives bonuses for our heroes and our income, so that's the one we put on friendlies. And I believe there are more singularities we can research down the line. What do we got here? In this research park. Yeah. Need lots of work for that. We're not ready to go there. Cerebral reality, drone networks. Cerebral reality is tempting, but I'd rather be pumping out our population more and more. So we'll start with a new person. Let's go with 2, why not? Actually, no. We'll start... damn. It's hard to say. So, it looks like we get 3 per person here, and I'm pretty sure we get at least, like, 7 per person here. Maybe more. Here's what we'll do. We'll get 1 more guy out, then we'll colonize. Got plenty of time in this game. We're not in a rush. Alright, so this is our colony ship, I think. Yep. Yep, this is a colony ship. This was a scout ship. Scout ship's already used its moves to do the scanning here. Do I want to take the risk of sending this colony ship out on its own? Sure. You can usually run away safely from, like, 1 early game encounter at least. Now let's just take a quick look through everything else first. So, Empire information, system management, and the summary. This all looks pretty good, nice and clear. All the same bonuses. Yeah, this definitely needs a patch down the line, but you get the gist of it. Current number of star systems, okay. And the maximum over which you will begin to get an Empire-wide approval penalty. So we don't want more than 10 colonized systems, it looks like. Okay, good to know. Victory performance, wonder score, supremacy, conquest, science, economy. Alright, so conquer all home systems, bring certain percentage of star systems in general, 65 apparently. Research 4 technologies of the Endless, generated 810k dust. 4 obelisks of all space-time wonders, or have the highest score on the last turn of the game. I don't think we had that. Alright, well, that's fun. Now, politics. So, in this you have political parties, up to, I believe, 6 throughout your empire. I start out having industrialists and ecologists. And what political parties you have determine what kind of laws you can pass. So, you can see the industrialists have this set of laws that we can work with. The ecologists have this set of laws that we can work with. Now, since we start out as industrialists, we have the dust windfall law. So 15% of any industry spent for any construction is converted to dust at the end of the turn. Or dust at the end, it looks like, of the construction. So that should be a decent source of extra income over what we see here. And so I think we do want to try and stick with the industrialists. So we're going to want the new colony rule. Plus 35 morale for 5 turns when acquiring a new colony by invasion or completion of an outpost. Upkeep is plus 1 influence per person. We don't have that much influence yet, so we're not going to be passing that law just yet. Now, what do we got next? The economy. We don't have access to the marketplace, and we don't have trade companies, and I don't quite know how those work or the system development work too well yet, so we'll have to learn that together as we go. Research we've already looked at. Military, you have the ship designer, which I actually rather like. So you have it's nice and simple in many respects. So you have weapons, defense, and support modules for each ship. And you have different types of ship slots depending on the ship class. So this is a colonizer class. So all you can put into it are support modules, namely colony modules. Whereas the imaginary class... Oh, and that just looks cool. Cancel. You can put weapons, and each will have its different options. So right now we have kinetic, laser, missile, and beam, each with their ideal range and damage potential. So the kinetic weapon here, you got the 6 damage per second, decent at all ranges. Laser, you have similar, decent at all ranges. The kinetic's not quite as good at long, the laser's not quite as good at short. Then you have the ion torpedoes, which are best at long, decent at medium, and just crap at short. Or don't even work at short. But they have much higher damage per second. And then you have the plasma beam, which is kind of the opposite of the missiles. Does a ton of damage at short range, but a lot of battles will be done before short range. So it's all a balancing act. And next we have the heroes. We'll go through this more once we get the academy unlocked so that we can actually get more heroes. We have no quests or events and no relations yet, so we can't do any of that. Economy scan. Oh, that's cool. Once I actually have an economy, we'll have to take a look at this. Alright, well, I don't know that there's really anything else for us to do yet. You can't move, so let's just end the turn and get the game actually going. I'll stop talking about everything. Alright, everybody take the moves. Oh. So we found the HD 50833 Solar Nebula, which gives plus 50 dust on a system. You have to extend your system's influence over to reach its bonuses. So I'm pretty sure you generally increase the system's influence by making it, by increasing the population as well as increasing the system's level. That ties into the system development here down the line. I have gotten a little bit into campaigns in this before, so I have some familiarity with it, but not a great deal. Still, that's a nice thing to have right next door to us. Looks like we have a minor civilization there, given the influence radius we see. May as well have the colony ship keep moving, taking a look at things. So we're in kind of the northwest of the map of the 2 galaxies. Okay. We have met the Eider. Done. And we have found the Pollux system. A medium lava planet. Unknown life form in subterranean. Another unknown life form in subterranean. Tiny boreal. Tempting. It actually is quite tempting. Maybe later. What do we got at Fudges here? Medium gas giant. Medium snow. Large Baron. Baron are amazing for science. Gas giants are always incredible at one thing, but you can have very limited numbers of people on it. Curiously enough, apparently the only Eider is on it. Small dragon-like animals known as the Eider were originally the genetically engineered pets of an advanced spacefaring race that died from a plague. Left to their own devices and now empty residences high above the surface of a gas planet, they multiplied and evolved to a society based on the ownership of endless relics, as the number of these artifacts correlated closely with the ownership of better amenities and living quarters on the floating stations. Exposure to dust-laden relics expanded their consciousness, giving them control of a vast fleet of ships designated for beings much bigger than themselves. So, they're great for having on your gas giants. Okay, that's pretty cool. Must be their best relation. Off-world agribusiness. Well, since we've met somebody this quickly, we're gonna wanna learn how to chat with them quickly too, as well. Still, instead of using a probe to check things out here, I want to keep moving, see what else we can find. Still want a good planet for colonization, after all. Meanwhile, we're almost done with xenolinguistics, so off-world agribusiness. We can do some diplomacy then. And it'll get us the infinite supermarkets. I love that concept. Local markets have become infinitely large. Fun times. Alright, end turn. Let's let everyone move. Oh, looks like we have another empire there. And Rassam. Large ash. Micro factories. I'm thinking Rassam may be our colonized system here. A medium ash. Tiny desert with multiple moons. And small toxic. This looks like a good system for us. Lots of industry on those ash planets. Alright, I think that's where we're gonna have the colony ship head toward. Six turns, not too long. Whether you wish to make trade, research, wage war, or have peaceful relations with aliens, their communications must first be studied and conversation brought to a higher level than merely dropping prepositions and speaking more loudly. I am curious about how that applies to... Oh, okay, that's what it is. Xeno-industrial infrastructure. Better understanding of alien biospheres and alien workers permits development of industrial projects that take these into account. So the reason xenolinguistics is an industry tech is the idea is that you're essentially allowing yourself to learn from other cultures. Huh! That's actually pretty fun. Eukaryotic sap. I am thinking we're going to grab that next after the agribusiness, so may as well queue it up. We are 3 turns away from getting our next guy. The universe is utterly unlike our own. Burning orbs of fire, scarred balls of rock hanging in the void, vast realms of nothingness. Empty, pitiless, terrifying! Some of the worlds are more than barren, airless rocks. Cloaked in dirt that seems fertile ground for tenacious foliage forms, they choke the surface and deny the light. Strange things stalk and shuffle and slither through the undergrowth. We were fortunate to avoid settling on such a world. Our world, the world we name Vanguard on account of us being the spearhead, is a white wilderness broken only by still and silent forests, icy brooks, and perpetual gray skies. In its near-ceaseless white embrace, where the sky can sometimes be mistaken for the land, it is reminiscent of the homeland, but if you look closer, it cannot hide its grotesqueness. Things scurry under the snow, others open dark wings among the shadows, chilly waters crash and shriek against rocks. Worst of all, bursts of color sometimes burst forth unexpectedly. Sunlight on fish scales, winter meadows blooming with flowers, sweeping curtains of green and purple light in the starry night. No words can do the horror justice. My forces suffer, but they are resolute. Their suffering is nothing as next to the plague that spreads through the homeland Koros. Every message from the Communion speaks of the blight growing, more and more of the world becoming dead and blackened. There are many paths we might follow to end this nightmare. Even in the little time I've spent in this world, I've begun to form my own ideas for what is best. But I am merely an instrument of the Communion, faithfully relaying the situation here to the best of my ability. They decide. I await their orders. So, objective... explore... Strengthen, construct 11 improvements in one system. Reach out, 50 points in relations with 2 minor civilizations. Huh. I wish I knew if there was another minor civilization nearby. Close enough for us to reach out. I think I'll go with Strengthen. Give us a fair amount of titanium when we finish it, which will be useful. And we're going to be building up one of our systems. Most likely the main system heavily anyways, so... Having to build our population and having that population be significantly advanced in terms of individual capabilities tends to benefit building up specific systems rather than spreading out too much anyways. So here in this universe we are far from our homeland, our kin, our strength. For now we are vulnerable to the monsters that lurk out there in the void. We must build a world that will become a fortress. Alright. So either Rassam or Delphinus should suffice for that quite well. What do we got there? So that's micro factories. Plus 3 food and plus 10 approval. Nice. Plus 1 population slot, but we need compact warp methods technology. Okay. Oh, nice. You can just control click to find it in the tech tree. That is awesome. That is such a wonderful, wonderful little UI quality of life addition to this here. That is very nice. Well done. Well, let's check what these are. Atmospheric anomaly. Boom. Mutated flora anomaly. Plus 20 morale and plus 2 food per person. So this system is going to have plenty of food production, even though we don't need it. And all ships in the fleet get a little experience. Okay. Sweet. So Rassam 1, I think, is what we're going to colonize. Rassam 2, let's check out you. And Kessler Syndrome anomaly. A detrimental anomaly. Odd remnant of a past lost civilization. The upper atmosphere of the planet is full of drifting debris. There's a cost to removing these remnants, and space-based experiments as well as satellites must be rather expensively protected or replaced. Huh. Well, we'd have to get some tech to fix that, but we got the fusion torpedoes technology for free from it. I'm not going to complain. That's pretty awesome. Well, we'll send our scout up this way next. Still just building and researching, so let's continue. Oh wait, we actually may be able to do some diplomacy. Oh wait, nope, we need to wait for this. Never mind. Derp. Everyone, just continue your doings. Alright, we got our next person out. Excellent. And hero levels up. Good job, E. Alright, so you have 3 different, essentially, skill trees. You got the general tree that all heroes can access. You have the class tree, and you have the racial tree. So we're gonna try and focus mostly on Riftborn abilities. So that's a really nice start. Plus 20 industry for the system. Yes, please. We're just gonna go with that right away. Industry's big for us. And that changed it from being 4 turns for the colony to 3. And then we're going to want more guys as well, obviously. The Laren system. What do we got here? Tiny arid. And large toxic. Well, let's check out this anomaly and then move on. We found blue cap mold. Luxury deposit gives food, dust, and morale. Okay. Well, we're just gonna keep on moving. See what this system north of us is. Now, can we... next turn we'll be able to talk to him. And what do we got? So, yeah, to decide on system development, you take a resource and a luxury resource, and that's what you use to develop the systems. It's a little complicated, a little tricky. Well, like I said, once we get to it, we'll be able to see a bit more. Bellatrix system. Large toxic and huge toxic with poor soil. That's, yeah, not somewhere we want to colonize. I think we've got the colony ship going in the right place. Meanwhile, oh yes, Empire Development 2. We now have the technology deed of building the Endless Research Park and Endless World. And that is definitely something we want to try and do. That's a huge bonus for science and dust when you've got high morale in your system, and I am going to be going for high morale in my system. You get some significant bonuses out of it. But it'll have to wait. Periodic sap, we'll have that soon. So yeah, I want the that Empire improvement. And then I'm thinking we want to try and up our industry. Oh, what's this? Colonize forest and monsoon. Yeah, we haven't really found any of those we care about. The colonial exchange there would be nice. What do we got over here? Buyout. That's what I was looking for. And Cuba the Viceroy, also very nice for any system that you're sticking with your primary population for. Plus 5 dust per original population. Very nice. So I think we'll queue that up after Eukaryotic Sap. But we got off-world agribusiness. So let's chat with the Fajis. Let's praise them! So what that does is give you a bonus to your relation for several turns. So we want to try and do this again soon. We need 55 for the next level of praise, so we'll have that soon enough, I think, before the 10 turns are up. But that's why we didn't pass any law. Because we need the influence income to work with anyone diplomatically. What do we got here? Large lava. Something important. Medium ash. And huge desert.
Be content. Fortune smiles. For Horatio is willing to speak with you.
Hello, Horatio. I hear you're kind of nuts. So are those the green? No, those are the purple. So I wonder who the green are.
Your contact with us brings more worry than joy.
Yeah, that's something we don't have a lot of
Horatio,
right now.
do
Not
not
enough
trust
influence. Not enough influence for any treaties, but that's okay. Yeah, it takes influence even to declare war, so you can't just drop into it in an instant. Ah, they're coming up to find us, so the Horatio are down in this direction. Good to know. Well, let's let the turns go. There was one anomaly here to check out. And a little bit of EXP, okay. Do I want to keep checking out that direction, or do I want to find the Horatio worlds? I think I want to find the Horatio worlds. Alright, we colonized the lava planet. Excellent. So yeah, you can see the lava planet, we already have as much industry. Yeah, 16 per person versus 3 per person. Alright, I think we're gonna move another guy over here. Yeah, it does cut into our science significantly, but we need the people out more. That's just what we're gonna do right now. We need that industry. Oh yeah, it's nice. That might be a problem. I don't know. System growth -3. Eventually, eventually this remnant guy might die. I'm not sure if I care. Fine, we'll keep enough food to keep him alive, I guess. But he really does kinda suck compared to Riftborn. Hard to say what I want there. Oh, we can do a compression singularity now. Excellent. Well, we'll do that for the next turn. I don't think we need the industry for it. Yeah, it's just a flat 1 turn. Alright, so we're gonna go with a compression singularity. Colonize! Or at least sort of start colonizing. Colonizing in this takes a little while. First, you create an outpost. Oh, that was cool. And then your outpost takes time to actually grow the first population. Now you can boost it with manpower from enemies that you take, or strategic resources. So we're going to use some of our Hyperium here. Boom, cuts it in half. 7 turns we'll have a colony there. Excellent. And end turn. Let's get that scout moving south. Alright, we've finished the singularity and eukaryotic sap.
I greet you in the name of the 4 families.
Hello, very disturbing 4 families lady. Nice to meet you. Meanwhile, what do we want to queue up next? Miners Union, +1 resource generation on strategic resource deposit. That's not bad at all either. What do we got down here? Colonize arid. Magnetic field generators. Exoscience stations. Warp drive. Colonize savannah. Advanced scanners. Alright, let's go rare earth forms. That's still 10 turns away, we got time. Oh, right. The singularity. Of course we're doing it on the home system. So that gives us a significant income boost, 25%. So, let's end the turn. Pretty sure that's just everybody just going around exploring. Yep, exploration ships. I don't mind exploration ships. Yeah, so see, their opinion of us keeps going up over time. I think in a turn or two we'll give them another little boost. Hero! Assign skill! Extra dust, extra industry, Let's go extra Ooh, hold on. That'll help a lot. We don't have to worry about food nearly as much. We can move over to Volcano Planet without starving the little dude. Still not sure if I care about him, though. Alright, we're gonna go with more system. One more on the system. Gonna have this maxed out first anyways. He's growing just incredibly slowly because we're not producing food. And I'm not sure that I want to start is kind of the problem. Just because these guys are such good population, they do cost more and more and more as you build them though. So, tough call. Tough call. 5 more turns, yep. Give it another couple. Oh, hello, Mavros, pragmatist shipbuilders. Hi, guys. You look cool. Just passing through, hope you don't mind. They have Eden Incense and Jade Onyx. Nice. Medium Desert, Large Snow, Medium Gas Giant, and a Huge Baron. They live on the desert. Okay. Fair enough. Sorry though, we're already trying to sweet talk these guys. I'm gonna give it a couple more turns. Since it resets the timer every time we do this, we want to maximize it, what we're getting out of it. Influence is not cheap. They give us a limited portion of their resources. That's awesome. Because they like us now. Yeah, just keep building up the people. We need more men. And 2 more turns. Alright, multi-thread management. Cooperative quest started. Rumor of an academy. There are heroes and there are heroes. Legends of prowess familiar to all yet witnessed by none. The heroes of these tall tales are a dime a dozen, but in the leaders you have met and the murmurs of your crews and colleagues, there are stories of other heroes, living heroes, whose actions and efforts have changed the course of battles and bureaucracies, whose actions and decisions have been pivotal in the rise and fall of empires. And when one speaks of these heroes, masters of dust and its vast powers, one also speaks of the place where they studied, where they learned these feats of strength and genius. It is simply referred to as the Academy. Some present it as a center of higher learning, while others mention it in tones more suitable to worship and epiphany. It would be good to know the truth of all this. It would be good if your ships were the first to make formal contact and meet its leader. They are few as numbers, they are great in power, the heroes of the galaxy. Be the first to find it, and some of its secrets will be yours. Backtrack the path of heroes by exploring 5 atmospheric curiosities. So that's what we gotta find. Atmospheric curiosities. Okay. More industry per person, more dust per system. Definitely don't need that one. Farming. Oh, that's tempting. Engineering efficiency aficionado. Oh, I have 2 skill points to use. Plus 10%. Sure, why not? Boom. Kicks us up to 200 industry from the system. That's ridiculous to have this early that much industry. I love it. How much would it cost to buy that? 1,000 for the Xeno-industrial infrastructure? And the interplanetary would be about the same. Same with the supermarkets or the public-private partnerships. Okay. Good to know. Well, I'm thinking we get another machine and then colonize Delphinus 2 and get more guys. We need to max out our population ASAP. Okay. Very good. Latest political survey, 61% industrialist, 8% ecologist, 5% religious, 21% pacifist, 5% scientists, and no militarists. But definitely industrialist dominating. And you guys, one more turn and then we praise you again. I will wait a little while longer, then I shall say nice things. Tunneled slip gates. You know, chances are, now that I think about it, that the AI has already come through and... Oh, jeez. The AI has already probably come through and gotten the anomalies here, now that I think about it. Natural anomalies' probable existence is less than 0. This series of natural quantum-linked transport gates create tunnels from the planet's surfaces to various points in the star system. This piece of space-time is full of bridges, shortcuts, and holes, allowing rapid transport throughout the system. Set the resource penalty to 0 on the system, +1 star system trade value on system. Jesus Christ. And this is microfactories. Alright, so we really want the Corona system. Good to know. Colony ship. Oh, I can buy you. Done. Yay! We have our first colony. We need more people. So on an ash, we get 12 per person. Plus the microfactories and mutated flora give us a ton of approval here. Gotta love it. Alright, praise! Now we need 85. But we'll have that soon. Good sized constellation here, I gotta say. Alright. Oh, jeez. We are burning manpower.
We've seen eels more trustworthy than you.
Hey! Yeah, I want to be friendly. We can be friendly. Alright, we finished rare earth foams. They suggest some different technologies. Astrofinance gives us more dust. DeMark University. Ooh. That's tempting. Have scale accelerators, gives us extra science. I'm thinking we'll go with the accelerators. And then I want to find which one gives that university. Adaptive bureaucracy? Yeah. We're gonna want the extra influence income down the line. What's this? Rival outpost, okay. That's why it had that look. Huge ash, small arid, Garden of Eden anomaly. I'm willing to bet that's a bunch of extra food. Oh, it's just really nice. Damn. Rival outpost, infinite. So, might be taking them a while? Nah? Alright. Create the fleet. Let's get you moving. 7 turns. Let's see how this goes. Maybe I should kick out another colony ship or two. Given how many worlds that we can use. Large lava. Yeah, this entire system would work for us nicely. Another colony ship. Won't take long. Especially with how much industry we push out. Next turn. Yeah. Let's go with the extra dust now. Aha! And then next we can go with either efficiency or... Ooh. More science. So many options. So little time. Still taking forever to grow. Good. I'm not looking for a fight, but... I also don't want anyone doing better than us anyways, so... Alright. Got the Geist up. What do we got going on over here? Machine embodiment. Very good. And actually, I'm thinking we might want another compression singularity for Rassam. Hard to say. Give it essentially another 10 industry. Not yet. Not yet. I don't think it's worth it just yet. Costs a lot of dust and titanium, so... Ah, we found Horatio Prime. A world that in most other factions would serve as a vacation planet. Dry, warm, breezy, and beautiful. It's clear that from the extensive ruins that more than one spacefaring race has selected it as a preferred destination. Its current infrastructure projects vary with Horatio's tastes. Some buildings blend seamlessly, while the others are garish and metallic statements of architectural extravagance. Alright, so we found their homeworld. Good to know. Yeah, looks right. Let's get this other guy stopped. It's growing now. 24 turns. We might be able to get it more quickly. Ah, yes. I don't see any reason to waste any money on support for the faction that's already doing the best, so we'll stick with the industrialists. Yep. Industrialists way in the lead. Pacifists are second place. Alright, cool. Somebody else beat us to being the first to produce 100 dust in the system. That's okay. Alright. We've colonized it. Oh, right, we have specializations. I didn't even think. May as well specialize the science planet nice and quickly. The other specializations we still need to research. Aha! Uncommon curiosities. And Hyperium Engine. And Technology Deed. Build the Intergalactic Technology Center. Plus 10% science per system level, minus 10% cost on technologies. Nice. Alright, well... Much to do, much to do. Ah, throat dry. I really want to try and grab this system. 3 turns to get there. Podgies, how we doing? 6 more turns. Good. Alright, Exoscience Station. Low prices of titanium, healthy stocks above 25, and no demand change have led to road traders buying to corner the market. Yeah, since we don't have the marketplace tech yet, it won't really help us, but... That reminds me, I want to take a look for where do you get system development tech. Not sure. Trade companies, that's there. Not seeing it. Hard to say. Might be one of the unlocked. Ah, yep. Economy and Trade 3, that's what it is. Got it. They're also trying to colonize Procyon here. The large forest. Tiny Arctic. Oh, no. Retreat. Did not want a fight. Colony ship barely survived, but it did survive. Good. Yeah, there were a couple of curiosities here I want to check out real quickly while we can. Or a curiosity, anyways. Aha! They provide us with a good portion of their resources now. How kind of them. Ah, having our scout ship in orbit prevents the colony from growing. Excellent. Eat an incense. And what else we got? Antimatter! Ooh. New event, Ghost of Machine. There are ruins of this system old enough and sophisticated enough that they must have come from the Endless. There are machines within machines, some of which are still running, and others that are so alien you are not sure how to tell if they are running or not. It will take time to investigate properly, that is, if you don't just take the dust and run. No, we're gonna investigate. Confirm! -5 science on systems, so that does hurt our science, our research for 10 turns, but see if we discover something. One more turn, and we'll be able to colonize, or start the colonies on both systems. And our compression singularity is gone at Delphinus. So we're gonna renew that quickly. Singularity! All fleets, make your moves. Colonize! We want... neither of these are gonna be good. I only want it for the damned ocean. Actually, that makes this kind of easy, doesn't it? We just need to find ocean colonization. There's jungle. Boreal steppe, atoll, and ocean. Hyperpacks. God, the election can never be evaded for long. There's always going to be more. Alright, well, we're going to colonize here for now, at the very least. It won't be ideal, but I think we'll colonize this Baron, maybe? Yeah, we'll have the extra approval from the microfactories, and it'll give us a fair amount of science income. I like these. I like these little videos.
Horatio doubts your motives and your ethics.
Yes, I'm sure you do. That's okay. I don't really like you either. Alright. Eden planet. Yeah, I don't know. So, 3 per person versus a lot more per person. Especially with the... And there's the antimatter here. But on the other hand, at the Eden planet, we get resources. We want the luxury resources, so arid planet it is. Oh, that's cool looking. Big ass insects. Alright. And this one, we are gonna be dicks with. And do it nice and quickly. Speed things up, so 6 turns we'll have the planet. And that should win us the system. And that could easily lead to war, so once we get another person up, we're gonna need to get ships researched soon. Now, if I remember right, yep, efficient shielding. That'll take care of basics. We're keeping up in points. Ah, population collection bonus. A collection effect. Essentially a bonus to industrialists. Fair enough. Assign skills. More research. Don't really have much in the way of anomalies in the home system. We do here, though. It's hard to decide. Hard to decide. What do we got here? Plus morale. Yes, we want more morale. That is something I can easily decide on. Kicks us up to happy? Yes, please. We're just building people constantly right now. But that's what we have to do, really. The Horatio are not going to be happy with us. I'll tell you that right now. Yep, 4 turns. We are definitely going to get this. Fudgies, how we doing? Oh, more praise. There we go. Caught that just in time. Yeah, you still have some anomalies to check out. Ooh, Destructive Salvager. We get 5 dust per destroyed command point. Not sure if we'll be using that or not, but hey, works. Guard the system. Call us spaceman to spaceman. On some of our systems, an antiquated classification scheme used to categorize minor civilization citizens has the religious community up in arms. The classification system is mostly meaningless at this point, but to officially accede to the protesters' demands would be a small bureaucratic nightmare. Oh no, we're not doing that. We'll do some slight morale penalty for a short time. Done. Ah, the Academy, yeah, was found. Or, the atmospheric curiosities were explored. We didn't get a reward for it. No one is even sure of the origin of the being that founded the Academy, whether they're human, endless, alien, or some unknown form. All stories agree, however, that any being touched by dust who finds that secretive place and survives its rigors emerges deeply changed and greatly enhanced. A visit, a word with the leader, an understanding of why the Academy exists and what purpose it serves. There are many mysteries surrounding the Academy, and claiming that it is either a place of research into dust or a profitable services business seems somehow a bit glib. The Academy appears to be located in one of 3 systems. Visit them with the fleet and you may be the first to discover it. Yeah, we're not getting down there. Alright, well, we were not going to be the first to discover the Academy. Oh darn. Somehow I think we'll manage to survive. Yeah, that one's coming in slowly. That's okay. Killing their colony is going to be a nice little bonus anyways. Alright. There we go, that does it. 4 more! But it's really tempting to pause for something else. Infinite supermarkets, xeno-industrial infrastructure, interplanetary transport network, 1.1k for that. I'll have that in a couple of turns, sure. Still tempting to feel like I should be expanding even more, like grab here. It's a nice system for us, it just doesn't have any special resources. Lyran here has that mold. And Jade Onyx. Tempting. Alright, we have efficient shielding now. Interspecies HR? Yeah, we could use the influence boost. N-wave fusion? Nah. +1 resource generation on strategic deposits. Tempting. Also tempting. Sure, we'll go with the commodities exchange, and then... Oh wait, no, we want hyperpacks. I'm sorry. The commodities exchange can wait. Hyperpacks will take a little while, but we want them next. We've reached Empire Development 3. We now have an extra law slot. But we don't have the influence income to really increase our laws right now, especially since we're trying to suck up to the Eider here. And we should with the Fad, too. I mean, why not? Can't hurt too much. Especially when it's still that low of a cost for the praise. Well, E levels up again. Extra morale. He didn't still have an extra point. No, didn't think so. Sometimes he does, sometimes not. Decisions. Haha! And the Lekim system is now ours with both colonies. The endless universe is taking its toll on the valiant Riftborn who have traveled through the rift and embodied their spiritual essences in strange robotic shells. They thirst for a taste of Koraz and long for a reprieve from the organic horrors of this universe. Their minds desire the ordered lines and perfect symmetry of the home dimension. Sadly, the blight still spreads through Koraz. Any return, no matter how short, is too risky and not an option. The Communion have forbidden it, ordering that all those who have crossed must stay in this galaxy and give everything to their race's survival. But there is an answer, or at least a partial one. You may not be able to return to Koraz, but that doesn't mean you can't bring Koraz to here. Koraz, I don't know. First, you need to find a suitable system where the Riftborn can begin to relax. Only a system harboring the most barren and meager planets will suffice as a place of rest for the Mistborn. You don't want to stumble across any loathsome organic matter, after all. Possess 4 cold planets. Okay.
Horatio doubts your motives and your ethics.
Yeah, well, I don't like you either. Alright, So, Arid, 11, or... move you over here, and 17. Well, we'll go with the 17 first off. We need to kick up our numbers. Ah! The hell? Why is this a problem? We got another remnant. Ah, there we go. We had too many queued up. That was the issue. Right, the extra food production means that the remnant dudes are actually growing in numbers. Oh well. Let me check the time quickly. Yeah, I don't have a huge amount of time left here, unfortunately. So, I'm thinking I may actually just kind of call it here for now. Yeah, we're low on manpower. Plenty of dust coming in, though. So let's buy that interplanetary transport network. Go one more turn. Excellent. We are now friendly! They give us most of their resources. Yay, they like us. Alright. Yep, I think I'm going to save the game right here. I really like the UI in this. Alright, so... Remnant campaign. And, yeah, we're gonna call it here. Hope you've enjoyed taking this look at Endless Space 2. Obviously, it's not, especially at the early stages of the game, combat's not a big part of it. You have to research even your most basic military ships, and those are at Tier 2 tech. So we do have military ships now, and we will produce some down the line. I'll take another look quickly at the ship designer here, so we can take a look at our Phantom. This is our combat ship. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Strip all of everything here, and what do we got? So weapons. We have 4 weapon slots, 1 defense module, 1 support module, and I'm thinking for the support module we're probably wanting speed. Although that's tempting too. Nah, we need movement. We need to be able to get where we want to go! And we do have sources of Hyperium, so we're gonna go with that. Shield or plating. Projectile defense, energy defense. Let's go with the shield. And now for weapons. We do have fusion torpedoes now instead of just the normal ones, huh? Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna go fusion torpedo. That's cool looking. Plasma beam. I do like that it gives you the little shot of the weapons firing. Let's just make it well-rounded. Let's see how each of these works in the fight. Alright, so you have your offensive balance and your defensive balance. Okay, cool. So this ship currently is best at long range, decent at medium, kind of meh at short range. But I'm okay with that. Like I was saying, especially for early on battles, most ships don't really, you don't have the numbers, you don't have the... Ah, nice. You don't really have the damage soaking ability and defenses to have the battles get too close range. Still, it'd probably be smarter for me to just go to max, to do like another set of fusion torpedoes instead of the laser. But this also gives us 2 projectiles, 2 energy weapons. You know, no, I'm not going to overthink it. We're just going to go with that. And the Cypher we'll design quickly, and then we will call it. Ooh, yeah, we're going to want that. Take everything off quickly. Now that increases movement speed for the entire fleet, which is excellent. And I think we're going to want nano repair bots. We're not going to want too many of this ship. Do 1 of each defense. And, Let's go with fusion torpedoes. Give it some kick at long range. No, I want it to still be useful even at short. We'll go with an opal laser. Stronger kick at long range, but still works at short. Alright. So that's our ship design. I'll resave the game now that I have done that. And we're going to call it here. So, hope you've enjoyed my little look at Endless Space 2. I will be continuing my game as the Remnant in the near future. I probably won't be getting quite as heavily into it as I am currently with my games in Divide et Impera and Stellaris, but we'll see. It may end up taking a little more of my attention. Maybe not. If there's not really any interest in these videos, I may not continue doing them, but since I'll be playing the game anyways, maybe I'll do it. I'll just put up videos anyways. We'll see. Until then, it's been fun. This is Pally, signing off.